Hello everyone and welcome in this new quick demo recording. This time we'll be focusing on the web version of this Terrain View 5 demo that I've been working on. So we have this display here in the web browser, and everyone can access this page using this URL. And I'm just going to maybe show you what's happening at the first time, because you need first to oh no, you don't need to download once it's already downloaded. Okay, I guess for everyone else it would be slightly different, because the first time you will need to download the WASM binary, so may take just a little bit of time, but not that much. Anyway, once you reach this view, the next thing is probably to consider this setting here, because by default the input will be set to AZERTY, so that's for the French keyboard. Sorry about that, but I'm French, so this is a default for me. And otherwise you can just toggle now to QWERTY mode. Now you would use those keys to navigate. So I've been testing that and it seems to be working as expected. And if it's not the case, then I guess, yeah, you can still just let me know. And basically, this is all there is to it. From this point, then you can just start moving around in the scene. There's not much to do apart from moving around anyway. And that's it. Okay, what about the display? I actually spent some time now. As you can see, the result that we get is pretty different from what I have shown in the last recording. We now have a lower density of those mountains, so we have bigger areas with those flat valleys, so I guess it's a bit better at looking a bit more realistic for Earth-like planet, I guess. And yeah, so this means I spent some time tweaking the different level of noise, and I kind of like this result. But yeah, there's still a lot of issues that I would need to be fixing, in fact, on this terrain display. One of the most important one, I guess, is the float value imprecision issue that you get. Currently, you have this reference wireframe box, which is at the center of the word. So, I mean, not really at the center, above the center. So the origin of the word is somewhere under this box. And the farther you get from the center location, the less precise display you will get, in fact, due to this floating point limitation. And you can't really see that here, but if we move maybe a little bit further and we get close to the ground, now you start seeing some white pixels. Put that really slow. Yeah, here you have a few of those white lines. These are the boundaries between the different tiles. Okay, maybe when we're not far enough, let's just move further. And another kind of important limitation now is that I have a small workaround, because in the mechanism where we need to compute which tile should be visible or not, we need to compute the camera height above the ground. So that's the ground location, and we compute the camera height above this. Currently, I was not really satisfied with how this is done, so I'm just assuming that the camera is always just above the ground for this computation, which is not true, because we can be much further above it. But when you do that and you say that the camera is very close to the ground, it means that you have to draw a lot of very precise tiles around that location. So it means we are always at the max level for the precision here, which is 16 currently, and that means that the tiles that we have here under the camera will be very precise. But this also means that there is a lot of computation to do. Oh, here you can see now the imprecision issue I just mentioned, so you clearly see that, yeah, there's a problem here. Now, this is not really a problem because in this simple demonstration we are using a simple coordinate system on a big quad, but next, when we'll be moving to the planet display, the computation will be done directly into the camera space, so everything that is close to the camera will get super precise, so that would not be such artifact normally. But we'll get to this later. Okay, what else did I had to mention? Yeah, so I need to handle this issue with the camera 8 computation to compute that properly and then keep a better control on how many tiles would be generated on the fly, because that's also mean that currently if you go very fast on your terrain, and if you are, are above it, you would expect that computation of the tile would not take so long, but it's not really the case, and this could even, it's not happening here in the browser apparently. You can still keep a frame rate of 60 or 90, 559. But when you're running on the native version of the application, this is going to tank your frame rate because it's regenerating a lot of tiles. And I guess, yeah, it also could explain that if you have a limited frame rate like that, you don't make that many requests to generate new tiles. Okay, I need to think about it. Anyway, another thing which is not really related to the issues, in fact it's more future enhancement that I've been thinking about, is on how we are currently generating all those tiles. We have a elevation producer which is responsible for producing elevation tiles, then we have a normal producer that will produce normals, of course, and on top of that we have the auto producer to generate some color imagery for the terrain itself. So we actually have 3 different producers, and whenever you need to generate a new tile, you have all those 3 producers kicking in and generating the corresponding tiles. And I was thinking maybe I could in fact optimize this process a bit, and instead of using 3 separated producers, I could just use one, a combined producer, and this would be used to generate the 3 types of tiles at the same time. Since we're using a compute shader anyway, it doesn't matter whether you want to write to a single texture to the array, or if you're writing to 3 texture to the arrays in parallels. So I'm not really sure this is going to really improve the performances, but still I think it's cool, so I'm keeping that in my mind, and I will get to it at some point, I guess. But yeah, that's actually not the top priority for the moment, because what I really need to do now is to focus on getting this into a planet display. So this is what I will be working on now. And finally, last thing is, yeah, just to show you that you have some locations that are actually looking pretty nice. I like the way those rifts are looking like, and the fact that some places are a lot smoother, and you have only those mountainous areas that are getting a bit less more, rugged than well, you get it. You have those rock formations, so it's not displaying the same kind of content everywhere. So this is something I really like now. But yeah, those white lines, that's a problem. Anyway, so this is it for the moment. If you have any question on that, let me know, and otherwise I'll see you for the next recording. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.